What's going on there, guys? Missy Mimi's here jumping in. It is Sunday, May 9th, 2021. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful moms out there. Hope your day is super special. Gonna jump in here and do just a quick update today. There's not a whole lot going on. Have a few fours popping off across the western part of the plate over here. But not a whole lot going on, you guys. Typical earthquake movement up here in Alaska region, just a most recent 2.6. And then we do have a 4.5 down here in Papua New Guinea in Kokopo, or east southeast of it. 62.7 kilometers, kind of deep, some deep movement. Not super deep, but deep enough. So, but not a whole lot going on out here. It's pretty quiet to say the least. Got some. If you hear some odd sound in the background, it's my little one's in her little rocker thing, so you may hear her making some noises. So I'll just let you guys know now in case anyone's like, what is that sound? So I'm not sure how much it's picking up, but anyways, so we have a 4.8 here, just 71.6 kilometers deep. It's pretty deep movement. 4.4 in the Kuril Island area as well. So not a whole lot. Lately in the Japan area, it's been very quiet, and every couple days we've been popping off over here with just some low to mid-range and a little upper range 4. I think the highest this week was like a 5, but still not enough to relieve any pressure on the west coast. So there's definitely still something brewing over here. Something much larger than that 6.8 we've seen out here. I have a feeling it's going to strike, and it's just a matter of time. If we do not see anything out here, then I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a very large quake out here. So we are still watching this area. Otherwise, very quiet, folks. Yeah, just some typical movement over here. We got a 3.3 that hit not too long ago, 12:43 p.m. 13.2 kilometers, kind of shallow. And then another 3 over here along the Gulf of Alaska. So some micro quakes and 2s, upper 2s, mid-range 2s over here in Alaska. Just some typical movement over here. Nothing. Maybe some aftershock activity if you turn on the all-day magnitudes, as you can see, microquakes and so on and so forth within the area of that larger quake that hit a while ago. So nothing major of note. So like I said, along the Aleutian Trench, we've got some Aleutian Island areas. We've got some 3s popping off here, but could play a part in the fact that there isn't much going on over here. Let's see. We can get into Hawaii really fast. Not a lot. Still the same amount of stuff going on over here. It's gotten kind of quiet around Mauna Loa. Some 2s. Let's see. Yeah, so some 2s, some microquakes. Could just be magma movement down there below the surface, just with all the stuff going on over here. And I've noticed it was kind of spread out, but now it's in this general area. I do know there are some volcanic vents and things out here near the Loihi Seamount. So just indicating, some magma movement over here, but it's gotten kind of quiet around Mauna Loa, so we'll keep an eye on that. From what I know, it's still at its orange. It's still orange, so on the volcanic eruption map. So, but we'll just keep an eye on that. But yeah, it's just kind of designated now into this lower area. So maybe it's a sign of the it moving off and kind of calming, possibly. I guess we'll see. We are still on target here on the West Coast. Like I said, lack of movement out there in Japan is going to put us on target. Like nothing major going on out here. Not even, as you can see, not even microquakes. Nothing. Just a few, like I said, fours this morning, but that's it. That's it. So, but yeah, so the West Coast is still on target. Still pretty quiet around between the Portland and Medford area. Up into Washington, we are seeing some. Ooh, she's talking in her sleep. Hopefully she don't wake up mad. Still some movement over here near Seattle. Some little amount of swarms near the Seattle fault zone. A little bit up here into Everett, near the southern Wood Bay Island fault zone, and then just a little microquake down here by Tacoma, so a little north of Olympia. So that's the only movement going on there, but that that area is still an area to watch, as that fault zone there can create a large quake. But otherwise, the Cascadia is very quiet, very quiet. Even the tremor has kind of calmed. This is yesterday's. Today's won't be out till later tonight, but this is yesterday's. 81 epicenters. That's a far cry compared to, I believe, about a week ago, we were at like 500 epicenters, I believe. Yeah, see. Close to 500. 459. And a lot of movement here in this area, or a lot of tremor. So, let's see, it picked up to 609 epicenters. And then it started to calm a little bit. Then it jumped back up again. And then 531 on the 5th. And then back down. So, I mean, it was, for the most part, staying within there. And then just boom. The 7th, it spread out. Yeah, there was less, but it spread out. So, to the north, it wasn't in this general area specifically, but it spread out up here in the Vancouver Island, Seattle region, and then Portland, down here towards Medford and those areas, and then even into the mountains of Northern California. So it spread out a bit and definitely calmed. Like, there were way less epicenters. But then, like I said, yesterday, 81, and it's still in this general area here and up here. So I guess we'll see what tonight shows. If the Earthmaster jumps in later for any reason, or it doesn't update later, we can recheck the map and see if it goes quiet or if it's going to bounce up there. But like I said, with us on target, we got to be careful. We got to really watch this stuff because, in Japan being very quiet puts stress on us. So yeah, we're definitely gonna watch that. I seen the Earthmaster wrote PNSN, and they responded stating, this event occurs every 22 months or so, but we will be checking it out at the end of their time frame given to see if there were more or less tremor during this event compared to past years. So they did say the current tremor and associated slip event is right on schedule with their previous event being from the end of April through May of 2019 with a bit more or later tremor in June. So like I said, once around then we will compare years and see if there were more or less tremor this year. And so we will be keeping an eye on that. So other than that, you guys, I mean, we did have some threes down here. Right off the, we had one off the coast of, what's it called? It was down here, yeah, in Hermosa, off the coast of Hermosa Beach. And then some little tiny, looks like aftershocks that occurred. Were they aftershocks? Let's see. Make sure they weren't. Yeah, so still some movement down there. And okay, let's see. And then we also had another one closer to the this near the San Jacinto fault system. Right here, it wasn't. That was a 3.2 in Loma Linda. But quite a bit of movement still going on down here and near the San Andreas fault zone. This is the San Bernardino Mountain section, the southern branch of it. But some microquakes along the creeping section, and then we had a little 2.4 up here near San Francisco. A few smaller microquakes near Concord. So I mean, there's, as you can see, there's still movement going on, and then we have some movement down here, and we're starting to see, that's new, a microquake over here, just north of the Salton Sea region, the very end of the San Andreas Fault. So there was some movement down here yesterday, but for the most part, a lot of microquakes happening over here. Unfortunately, until Japan sees something, we're going to be on target. So either way, we just got to watch. Just watch and be prepared, you guys. 'Cause, anything can happen at any time. Nevada's still seeing some aftershock activity following that quake out there. Nevada's seeing some, well, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely aftershock activity near Tonopah. So, because that larger quake happened like within this area. So, but yeah, seeing some movement out here, kind of picking up. Could be a little swarm there, but like I said, with all this this pressure building up on the eastern part of the plate, with no movement to the west, it's to be expected. Woohoo! Cutting this close, guys. Cutting this close. I'm gonna end this very soon, just because if she wakes up, she's gonna be mad. Some movement here in Soda Springs, California, just west of Reno, near Lake Tahoe. Still, I believe this is aftershock. Yeah, aftershock activity following that quake that happened the other night. That quake was very odd. Several people came in stating that it came in as a 6.7 on their phones. Some stating it was a 6, and then, like I said, when it came in on the earthquake app, it was I believe, it started off as like a 4.2, and then it went from that to a 5.1, and then back down to a 4.7 within seconds. So I mean, it was adjusted quite a few times, so that was just kind of odd to me. But we will be still watching this area. Like I just did a update not too long ago about the fault systems out here related, um, to the Lake Tahoe area, and it is capable of producing a very large quake. Um, so I found it very interesting that there was some, movement up here like that, especially following the swarms happening out here near the North Tahoe Fault. So, yeah, a lot of it, quite a few of them were more in the center, but there were a few on near the Dollar Point Fault Zone. So, like I said, just be on guard, folks. Anything can happen anytime, and there are 4 junctions of the fault systems out here, but the Genoa Fault breaks up into 4 sections here. But it is capable of producing a lot larger quake. I believe it was like a 7 plus, 7.5 plus, I believe, if I remember correctly. Still some activity going on out here near the Long Valley Fault Zone, Hill Creek Fault Zone near Long Valley Supervolcano. So we will, like I said, we'll be keeping an eye on that. Mammoth Lake seeing, in Tom's Place, seeing microquake activity. Let's see. Clear Lake is still, Geysers area is still seeing swarms, which happen often, especially with what's going on with the tremor. Like I said, it has been quieting down, so it had spread out a little bit up here into the Salmon Mountains near Mount Shasta, but now it's there's some creepy stuff going on in my house today. I keep hearing stuff in the background, and I am not liking this. And I'm home alone, so spooky. But yeah, so microquake activity near Lake Shasta, some activity in Shingletown, near Shingletown, in Redding. Ooh, it has a 1.7 Chester. So it's kind of interesting. Some movement just around Lassen. So let's see, that one was very shallow. That one was in between shallow and deep. But yeah, so other than that, you guys, not a whole lot going on. We are going to be on target for a while until something moves to the west. But as you can see, that was all day magnitude, 1 day magnitude, all day 1 day all magnitudes. Excuse me, if I can spit it out. And then this is the 2.5 and greater. And as you can see, 2.5 and greater, it's quiet. So anyway, yeah, so latest was that 4.5. Otherwise, not much going on. It's got a little bit going on down here in Chile region. And there has been some 4s and stuff popping off here and there as well. Let's see. Lamborghini Gaben outside of in kind of the northwestern part of South Africa there, seeing some 4 movement. And then there was a 4.2 near Iran, and a very deep 4.4 in Karuaf, Tajikistan. Ooh. Well, I know I didn't do that right, so I'm not even going to attempt it again. Still have that some movement early this morning, shallow movement, just south of Indonesia, and then more towards the eastern part of Indonesia, another shallow 4. And then we have some deep movement here, but it's, like I said, not super deep. Tonga, New Zealand, you guys are super quiet. So I'm just saying, with the lack of movement out here, there's either going to be another large quake here, or some more large deep movement out here. So until then, east or west coast, we're on target. Still have some movement. Still have a little bit of movement out here in the western part of Texas. Let's see, Kansas. Kansas had a little 2.5, shallow 2.5 early this morning. And Knoxville, Tennessee, 2.6, 22.9 kilometers. So, but yeah, other than that, not a whole lot going on, you guys. So we'll definitely be watching the Japan area. We're going to be watching the Cascadia, Southern California, and New Zealand, Tonga area. Between here and the Kermadec Trench, they were seeing some mid-range 5s popping off here, but now very quiet. Very quiet. So that's all I got for you guys today. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day again to all the wonderful moms out there. I hope your guys' day is super special. And so, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If anything major happens, anything at all, we will be jumping right back on. So stay tuned. Stay safe out there. Please like and share the video. And have a great day, great night, great morning, wherever you're tuning in from. So have a good day, guys. Stay safe out there. Peace out.